San Miguel Virmen. Alam mo naman si Coach Sim hindi papayag na ganun lang ang papakita ng kanyang koponan. So we expect them to bounce back in a big way. Ngayong Wednesday night, dito sa Phil Sports, si Troy Rosario led the charge for Barangay Ginebra first. So everybody is already set. Makikilala natin ang mga starters ng ating Wednesday night extravaganza. It is the Northport BAKA taking on Barangay Ginebra
versus Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. Let us now meet the starters. First for the Northport BAKA. Point guard from Angeles City, Pampanga, number 15, James Quecote. Shooting guard from Iloilo, number 0, Paulo Taha. Small forward from Bacolor, Pampanga, number 24, Joshua Monzon. Power forward from Talisay, Batangas, number 23, William Navarro. And at center from Tuguegarao City, Cagayan, number 37, Dami Contapay. Coaching the Batang Pier is Bonnie Tan. It is now time to meet the starters for Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. Point guard from Dico City, Davao del Sur, number 9, Scotty Thompson. Shooting guard from Angeles City, Pampanga, number 14, Stephen Holt. Small forward from San Simon, Pampanga, number 3, Jamie Malonzo. Power forward from Abulug, Cagayan, number 1, Troy Rosario. And at center from Saswan, Pampanga, number 25, Japet Aguilar. Coaching Barangay Ginebra is Tim Cone. Game officials are Romel Gruta, Joel Baltaco.
So with no Arvin Tolentino, yung pinakabagong taga-Batang Pier ang magsa-start Barangay na Coach Bonita, James Quecote in that starting five though.
Yeah, ito yung naging trade nila galing sa Blackwater na ipamigay yata nila si
Abu Trotter.
Abu Trotter. Yun.
Here we go. Contapay versus Aguilar, front and center inside the Phil Sports Arena. Ball is up and in play. The white shirts of Barangay Ginebra will have first crack at it.
The referees.
Referees natin, Romel Gruta, Joel Baltaco, James Baez, and Jason Viliponso.
Magiging problema dito ang Northport is yung height factor. Well, this is where Japet can have another big game together with Troy Rosario. Remember Japet when he played Terra Firma, wala siyang kalaban na big man. He had 30 in that ball game.
Was limited to just 12 last time around kontra kina Junmar and the rest of San Miguel. Pero sabi nga nito, walang panentro. O iisang legit big si Contapay lang para sa Northport. Let's see if Japet can have a field day. Navarro, the leading scorer now para dito sa Northport, will miss on his first try. Ginebra in attack mode. 2-0 na nasa ating talaan. Rosario asking for it. Malonzo obliges. Troy, back to Jamie. 12-footer hindi mo pra. Munzon para sa board. Paulo Taha likewise in the starting unit though, but he loses control.
Galing sa Barangay Ginebra yan, so siyempre gusto rin magpakita niyan, no? Japet.
Scotty di diskarte. The leading rebounder ng Ginebra ngayon si Scotty Thompson on a team with Japet Aguilar on it. Si Scotty ang nangunguna to.
Really not surprising, no? No, that's gonna be a foul there and it's be two free throws coming up dito para kay William Navarro.
Kalahin mo si Scotty, 9.5 rebounds a game. Pumapangalawa sa kanya si Rosario, 7. Tapos si Japet, 5.5.
Yeah. Well, someday it's just gonna be a natural double-double parati dito kay Scotty. If you talk about his scoring and rebounding, kulang na lang yung assist to have a triple-double, no?
Eh, may 6 assists per game pa rin yan, ha?
Medyo naglampas kalahati na, no?
You see Arvin Tolentino in a hoodie on that Northport bench.
Marami akong hoodie nakikita dun sa ano. Sa mga shows na pinapanood ko. Uso yan sa States, eh.
Yeah, taglamig pa eh.
Hoodie. Color gray pa.
Northport on the board now. after that split. See them apply a bit of pressure in the backcourt just to delay the attack ng Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. Malonzo puts it on the deck. He attacks Quecote. Quecote got a piece of it. Malonzo doesn't give up on it. And one para kay Jamie.
Titignan mo yung lineup dyan ng Barangay Ginebra. It's a big lineup. You're talking about Scotty as your point guard. He's about 6'1". Diba? Tapos tignan mo yung mga iba. 6'5", 6'6", and above yun.
Pantay-pantay doon. Ano to?
Maybe Holt about 6'4", but he plays big also, just like Malonzo, just like Troy Rosario.
Malonzo will complete that three-point play. 5-1 start para sa Ginebra. Barangay Ginebra looking to go to 2-1 sa ating team standings. As Munzon will knock home a three.
Tama yung sinasabi natin dito, may tira sa labas, may saksak, magaling rin dumipensa, di ba? Almost a complete player now. And now he's deserving of being the #1 pick a couple of years back.
Oh, and it seemed like he
It
just
took him
had
time.
to, as Holt hits the three, he just had to get his game under control, and once he figured it out, deadly on both
Ang
ends.
dami natin #1 pick. Yan si Holt, #1 pick. Si Japet Aguilar, ang alam ko yan, #1 pick rin yan.
Munzon,
Malakas.
no. Jamie with a board. Malonzo looking to go 94 feet. Quecote got a piece of it again.
I think the bright side, if you look at Northport, kanina nakita ko, medyo okay na si Gio Halalon, and they really need him. They need a good point guard to really control the team.
Catch and shoot time para kay Holt.
Another good rebounder. Push.
Quecote on the run. He's a three-point specialist. Doesn't get it there, but look at Munzon.
Yan ang gusto mo. 3 ang laro niya dito, pero siya kung na parang safety guard dun.
Navarro misses. Aguilar with the board. Ginebra doubling up on Northport, 8-4. Rosario sa Troy against Williams. Big hook. No. Munzon with yet another rebound. And here comes Northport. Joshua looking for the opening. The looper, Dilwa.
That was a hard shot because it was contested by the big Japet Aguilar.
Sabit si Munzon as he gambled on that steal. Holt hits the deck.
Baka na jam eh. Hopefully jam, hindi yung located ibang story yun. I hope it's just a jam finger sa pagkaagaw ng bola.
Papalitan muna si Coach Tim. Itong si Troy.
Barrientos, RJ. Ganun rin ang career nito si Troy, no? Maraming injury inabot. Ang gandang lusot yan. Oh, balabat. Monson.
Doon sa masikip. Inabot yung daliri ni Troy. As Amarientos, namapasok lang, tumawi ka agad ng tres after that nice drive by Monzon.
Yeah, because it was a 5-on-4. Monzon couldn't come back, you know.
Malonzo with a hand on it. Malonzo gets it back from Scotty. Reverse pa ni JP. Barangay Ginebra off to a hot start here. Pito agad ang kanilang abante, 13-6. Let's take a look at that last sequence. And while Eileen was reporting on the developments with Barangay Ginebra, nakita natin si Rosario, tinetape na yung kanyang pinakamaliit na daliri, yung pinky finger, Doc. Ready to come back naman si Troy.
Yeah. Early turnover here by Franyu came in for Taha. Not getting the ball to the post at the right time.
Aguilar, attacking Kuntapay.
He cannot guard it. Yeah. First of all, the experience on the part of Japet, then the advantage in height and ability. Offensive foul pa si Yu.
Sayang yung dakdak ni William Navarro. So back-to-back turnovers by you, Doc.
Yeah.
Not you, him.
No, him. What pronoun is that?
I don't know them.
Hindi ako kasali sa mga ganyan. Ha?
I don't know them.
Hindi ako naniniwala dyan.
Amarientos trying to drop it off. Ball kicked around. That's that Chikwekote.
10 seconds left on the shot clock for the Kings. They're on top by 9 early. Oh, that could have been an offensive foul.
Flop.
Flop.
Flop ang pinito dito kay Kuntapay as he tried to sell the offensive foul.
Yeah. Eh, nagtanong si referee Baldago kay Coach Tim, sino magsushoot ng technical? Their best free throw shooter. Si Aparello.
Shooting just 75% this tournament.
Yeah,
Ang mas maganda na ngayon, Doc. 3 of 4 bago to eh. 4 of 5 na. 80 na.
80%. Yeah, but you know, he's much better than that. I think this guy's close to by about 87-88% ang kanyang free throw shooting. Sila ni Holt parehong magaling na sa free throw shooting yan.
Aguilar, nice backdoor cut by Scotty. What a pass mula dito kay Chapin.
Mahirap na walang center because Japet just doing everything he wants. He can score, he can pass, you know, control the boards.
Yung naging dagok sa Northport din, isa pa, no? Kaya 1-2 record nila. Wala nang import ngayon. Dominante yung import na nakaraan eh. And then they lose their 2 other big men to trades. JM Calma, who hasn't really been playing this season because of an injury.
Yeah, at saka si Trotter.
And then si Trotter na wala pa.
Alos hindi naman nila ginagamit. But Calma could have been a big help. And San Miguel wasn't gonna let that get away. Sayang yan. May future yung batang yan.
Si Evan Nava, yung rookie na San Miguel, ang pinalit dito kay JM Calma. Scotty at the post. Swings it out. Amarientos creates the space. Iniluwa lang, but look who gets it. It is Scotty once again. Hold for three. Punches it through.
Natinis ko na yung bang.
21-8. Tambakan to eh. Mga diinan yun eh.
Saan niya? Sa pandakan o ba? Sa sampalo ko ano?
Ayan. Monzon gustong bumawi.
Oh yes, second 3-point shot for Monzon. 8 points.
And they're gonna need him to really pump up the points tonight, Doc. Lalong-lalo na si Navarro, medyo tahimik pa, no?
Yeah. Well, siyempre pay attention si Coach Tim kung kay Navarro. You know what that guy can do.
Naging leading scorer na nga ng Northport. Ito si Navarro at 21.3 points per game. Monzon is second at 18.7 and then si Tolentino is third at 17.
Pasok dito si Onwo Bere, former Ginebra player. Even though he's only about 6'4", 6'5", kaya niyang bumantay ng malaki dahil malakas ang katawan niya. At saka medyo may experience siya, may gulang yan eh.
And he's been solid in the rotation, playing about 24 minutes a game. As Malonzo hits another three.
Alam mo, nung last game, 30% lang sila sa 3-point. Ngayon, babawi sila ngayong araw.
Kailan na? Apat na, no? 5. 5-3 na ang Barangay Ginebra. O, 4. RJ. Another one. Di makuha this time.
Munso, marami na rin defensive rebounds ito.
You at the other side. No. Thompson got it poked free.
That's a foul. That's a foul.
Scotty saying he went straight up. No objection from Coach Tim.
Pumalo eh. Parang na-dislodge eh when up in the air dahil pumalo eh. 3 fouls.
Kaya naman pala violent reaction si Scotty. And now Coach Tim will challenge it.
A challenge. Let's see.
Still over 4. Yan yung sinasabi nito kay diretso yung pagkakatalo na taas ka, may ang problema at the last possible second. Nag-swipe down.
Yeah. So Barro, I think, who split his charities earlier at the start of the ball game, back to the free throw line.
Navarro through 3 games, shooting 71.4% from that line. Takes care of that first one.
Kate Flores, papasok na dito.
Ito yung nangyari kanina to.
Nakuha niya offensive rebound. Ayun.
Sa Mexico, no?
Sabi the referee was running to the review, was saying it's a running bump. Kaya tinawagan niya ng foul.
Pilit nag-recover kasi si Scotty sa kanya. Kaya upo na si Scotty, pero ang magandang balita naman, nakabalik agad itong si Troy Rosario.
At saka si Amici ang kasama sa backcourt ngayon ni Barrientos. So na ang depensa dito ng Northport.
Daring Ginebra to look for some zone busters. RJ for 4.
There it is. Hello. 3. So 5 na 3 nila.
27-13, 14 ang abante ng Barangay Ginebra. Kate Flores now part of the 5. On Wobere, emergency pass to Bulanadi. 8 to shoot for the guys in orange. Navarro, sinusukat si Anmisi. 2 to shoot. Off one leg. No, ganda ng box out ni Troy.
Yeah. 14 na pala lamang dito ng Barangay Ginebra. Dadagdagan pa niya Misi. Sabi siya yung 30% na nakaraan. Teka muna. Hindi lang dadamihan namin. Tataasan namin yung porsyento namin from that area.
6 na tres na para sa Barangay Ginebra. They only had 8 in total versus San Miguel.
Specialist.
Bulanadi gets it back.
Specialist. From the 3-point territory.
Laking bagay pa lang kay Anmisi. First triple of the tournament yun. He was 0 for 6 in their first 2 games.
Oo. Parang bitaw pa lang, alam mo na eh. Siguro lahat ito nanonood kay Jamal Mare kanina.
Yun naman hindi.
Oo.
40 piece yun, Dok.
Kahit saan yung bato yung tres.
Pati yung uling-uling, kaya nag-43. No? Dulon-dulo na. Pumasok pa yung malayong tres. Of course, Denver taking a 3 games to 2 lead over the Clippers. Napapanood yan sa Signal TV, NBA TV Philippines, and sa Pilipinas Live. Flores pitches it out. On Muberi at the other side with a round-robin layup.
Respeto na lang ni RJ yan. I'm not gonna foul you. I'm not gonna try to block it.
Masakit din sa katawan sa bayan si Muberi. Okay.
May tama ka pa.
Sige na, sir. Sigaw na. 15 pa ng abante ng Ginebra. Rosario going all the way around and leaving it up and away.
Good
Jamie
defense.
misses.
Good defense by Flores.
Bulanadi sa kabila. Iiwan kay Yu. Nakita si Navarro off the secondary. Amarientos wipes it free. RJ off the spin. Nakita nila si Anmisi. Rosario is there to clean it up.
No problem with the little pinky there. 35 points na dito ang Barangay Ginebra.
Grabehan lang, Dok.
With a minute and 22 pa.
Nagpaula ng Ginebra dito sa Pasig City.
Oh!
Juan Mubere shows his version of a 4. .35-22. Holt is fouled.
Mahirap talaga wala kang protection eh. Wala kang big man na mag-i-intimidate. And Barangay Ginebra is doing whatever they want. They can penetrate, they can shoot from the outside.
San Miguel. Take a lead. Or set up a new one. RJ flips it up and out. Patay na shot clock. May pwede mag-last shot ang Tatampier. Minadali ni Onwabere. Nakapulot naman siya ng foul kay Holt.
Kaya Onwabere, walang shot clock. Walang shot clock. Basta ako, diretso na ako. And Holt picks up what? His first foul. And that's the way they no team is in foul trouble. They're not in penalty. But the game has been played fast and well.
Ganda ng flow natin so far, ano?
Hopefully it continues that way. Sometimes, good officiating also helps the players, di ba? Because hindi sila nagko-complain, hindi sila naghahabol ng, there was a challenge, but I thought the challenge was more just to preserve the foul of Scotty Thompson.
Last shot time ngayon para sa Ginebra. Up by 13.
Many fouls to give. Part.
Natin in front. Now Flores switches over. They whip a pass to the other side. David. Bagong balik sa lineup. Pinasok yung pang-walong tres ng Ginebra in the first. Grabe magpaulan ng tres dito Ginebra. 40 points in the first 12 minutes.
Yeah. Medyo umulan na talaga ngayon sa hapon dito sa ating bansa.
David, what a return to the lineup. Para dito. David is with sina Adamos, Rosario, Ahanmisi, and Navarrientos. Katapat sina Bolanadi, Onwabere, Munzon, Flores, and you.
Well, nakikita mo dito because of the big league, binibigyan ng team ko ng pagkakataon maglaro. Yung mga players sa tingin niya kailangang example, this guy David, who has proven himself in the past. Adamos is a player he needs because wala silang big man na after kay Japet at kay Troy na makakapalit sa centers lagi. But the problem is, even though he's a center, he's not a good defender. But he's a good scorer.
Now part of the five for the first time pinalitan si Fran Yu.
Wala pa si Gio, no? Hindi pa ginagamit. No?
And then si William Navarro nagbalik din para naman kay Onwabere. Kaya lang nakita natin doon sa dulo ng bench, nag-i-stretching kanina pa.
Si Gio.
Oo. He's been stretching his legs. Tingnan natin kung mabibigyan siya ng pagkakataon. Kasi nag-start si Tahe, di ba?
Oh.
Usually, David.
Well, he's the type of player that can find small spaces, get to the basket. I thought he was going to throw that with a behind the back pass to a teammate who was spotting up. Pero nakakita siya ng pong, sabi niya, let me go for the basket. He's already scored well in this ball game.
Alam mo lahat ng ginamit ni Coach Timco nung first quarter, naka-score na, nag-ambag na. So sa ngayon, si Adamos na lang ang hindi pa umi-score kasi kapapasok lang.
Yep. It should have been immediate effect. Maraming lab.
To Balanadi, catch and shoot, short. Jason David para sa board. A 20-point lead para sa Barangay Ginebra early in the second quarter. They go immediately to Troy. Dalawa, gawin mong tatlo, kinalbo ni Troy lang.
Ginebra doing it from the perimeter as well as on the inside. Or more, He's got to take more shots. He's been a scorer all his life,
Flores with a takeaway. Ulanadi. Ugly. Doesn't work.
Good import. They can really contend. We saw that in that last conference when they became the #1 seed. AC goes to David. David had that turnover. They go to Rosario. Troy can definitely shoot the three. This time, too strong. Adamos gets another board. Nice cut on Nisi all the way. Finishes with the layup. Coach Timcon is trying to integrate Adamos as a part of this rotation for Barangay Ginebra, so they will have more size to match up against the likes of San Miguel or even converge.
And they used to have Isan with that Twin Tower lineup, so Japet has had to shoulder a lot of that responsibility of being the lone, maybe main big of Barangay Ginebra as RJ Barrientos throws the ball away. Good defense by Monzon. Ulanadi has been playing well. And Ranelli goes to Navarro. Navarro sneaks it in for 2. Northport with a fight back here. Down by 22 at 1 point. Now just down by 15 as they go on a run. Our score is 48-33. right decisions here. Barrientos. Misi thought about it. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Like the matchup against Nelly. Double team. RJ. Oh, that is good!
And the hot shooting continues here for Barangay Ginebra. This is just a clinic and execution for them.
Barrientos has 12 already in this game. That's going to be a foul on Evan Nelly. Off the bench, Barrientos, 3 out of 3 from the three-point arc. This is the 3 earlier by William Navarro.
Surprised him that he was used immediately against his former team despite having only a practice under his belt. Coach Bonnie knows how capable Kwekete is given their Lachan and Beta battle, where he would always put pesky defenders against him. That's how he would respect him. And with more opportunities given to him in Northport, James feels like he was given a new life. He's basking in the joy of playing again, especially alongside his so-called bandana brother, Evan Nelly. Back to you, gentlemen.
Well, for that report, that's Kwekete who made that last shot. Again, big responsibility here for the Northport Batang Pierre. One and done for Munzon. They go up top. Barrientos all alone. Puts it up. Dapat Aguilar puts it in.
Jap has always been a very good fast break big man.
Good defense. Holt. Breakaway. Stephen Holt. Up top. Easy finish. And this is the biggest lead of the ball game right now at 20. so far has stepped up against San Miguel. He had a great shooting night.
Steady as he can get. Defensive every game. Meanwhile, Northport struggling with those easy layups. They missed the second quarter, but Ginebra 61 points already here in the first half. Jin King, Caballieres, that's a 4, and he's feeling it tonight. He really has unlimited range.
He now leads all scorers. Hey, in and out on the three. Northport can't find the bottom of the net. Lawrence Pinto being guarded by Quick.
One of the reasons why RJ became an excellent shooter, he got trapped, if I say trapped, in the FPU campus during the pandemic, and he was the only one left there for a few months, and all he did was shoot.
Akala ko he was with you. Learning from you.
Ako yung nagturo.
Yeah, I love it. I love the confidence by Coach Mark. As right now, he has 16 for Ginebra. That doesn't go as well. So the lid has closed here for Northport. And that might be a advantage foul here. I'm going to take a look at this because Evan Nelly didn't look like he was in front of Holt when he fouled there. And that's what Coach Tim is saying. Coach Tim is up in arms right now. He's pretty angry on the side of Ginebra, up by 27 points here in the second quarter.
Well, that's Coach Tim. We all know he's a competitor. I mean, every little thing counts. Basketball is a game of habits. We want to be on point all the time. We don't want your team relaxing. You don't want to be complacent as a coach just because you're on top by 27 points. And that's just the way he is wired, and that's why he's been so successful throughout his career.
Definitely, also after losing that last game against San Miguel, he's not going to take his chances.
Oh, for sure.
Evan Nelly. Ralph coming in for Aguilar. Ralph replacing Chapit here in the second quarter with 3:11 remaining, so a lot of time for Ginebra. Will they get back-to-back 40-point quarters? There's a possibility here.
That's possible.
3 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
The way they're shooting the ball.
RJ misses. Another board here by Holt. They go back to Barrientos. Malonzo wants the mismatch. Nelly almost gets it. Malonzo. Ball gets tipped. Will stay with Ginebra.
That's going to be a foul.
There's going to be a foul on Cynthia Bobera. That's the 5th foul on Northport. Ginebra hasn't committed a foul here in the second quarter.
We are seeing here the depth, the talent of Ginebra being unleashed in here in the first half.
Holt from the corner. Rare miss from the Gin Kings. Northport up top on Wabera, trying to go for the highlights. One more time. Still no go. Navarro finally cleans it up. 25-point game. Malonzo. Ostapinto, Ralph Koo, hands it off. Hard. Back in the baseline. Spins back. Nowhere to go. Holt has to put it up. Holt can't get it. That's a shot clock violation. Good defense by the BAKA. And you gotta love Coach Tim teaching right now Lawrence Pinto on what he should have done on that last play. You could see him. You could hear him telling Lawrence to bring the ball out for the Gin Kings for a better shot. On Wabera made a 4 earlier. This time is short. Battle for the boards. And be a foul against Ginebra.
That's going to be on Stephen Holt. Only the first team foul of Barangay Ginebra in the second quarter.
Cavalieros, Coach Mark, aside from his 16 points, he also has 6 assists already here in the first half alone.
Always has been a high IQ player, RJ.
Hey, quick trigger. Again, the 3 hasn't fallen here for the Batang. Navarro gets another here. 1-on-1. Oh, Northport just loses the basketball. Too much dribbling there. Barrientos waits for his team. Malonzo. Bully ball. Malonzo with a finish.
Now you can see Jamie getting more power in his legs.
Looking like the Jamie Malonzo.
Yes, I didn't see this much in the previous conference.
Like to say, almost loses it. 3-pointer. That is good. Nava hits a 3 for Northport. And wait to redeem yourself after turning the ball over. Nava gets the 3. Northport still down by 24. Last 45 seconds of the second quarter. Barrientos against Quecate. Nards Pinto shoots a 3. Nards misses, and at least secures the board. Chance here for Northport to cut into this lead before halftime. That's going to be a kick ball.
Chance for a 2-for-1 here for Northport. If they take a quick shot, they can get a couple of possessions here.
Again, maybe trying to cut it below 20 points heading into halftime if you're the Batang. Nelly for 4. Evan Nelly almost gets the 4.
That was the idea of Nelly. Now Barangay Ginebra will take its time.
Argel Barrientos gets it to Nards Pinto. Oops. Look at the patience of Barangay Ginebra, swinging the ball around. Barrientos against Onmobere. Putting on the move, shoots a 3. Oh! It's his night!
70 points now for Barangay Ginebra.
Onmobere trying to draw the foul to no avail. As RJ Abarigan inches shorter. As Scotty bounces it to Malonzo for three. That's a miss, and Alalon gets a rebound. So Rosari almost taking the ball away. Nava, back to Onmobere for three. He made a four earlier. Back-to-back triples. That's a great way to start for the Batangas. And you have to give yourself a chance if you're Northport. That starts with this end, the defensive end of the floor. Rosario swings it. Scotty, quick. Thompson, no. Rebound tracked down by Munzon. So 2 3-pointers and 2 stops coming from Northport to open the third quarter. Nice pass to the corner. Munzon. No. Scotty, the ball hits him. Ball will stay with Northport.
And that was good offense coming from Gio. He found the open Munzon in the corner.
And right now, let's turn it over once again to Miss Val Gregorio.
We've been seeing assistant coaches Renzi Bahar and Jeff Napa calling the shots with Coach Bonnie seated majority of the time tonight. The intention, according to him, is to do things differently and for him to observe things from a different point of view. In fact, in the dugout, he called out what he has been seeing down to the behavior of his players on the bench because they seem so cheerful even though there is nothing to be happy about. Especially against Ginebra's outside shooter. So they can find the best shot possibly, slowly but surely.
We were talking about, Coach, earlier that Northport wasn't taking care of the ball, not passing the ball enough. Again, that led to this huge lead by Barangay Ginebra.
And this is Coach Monitan challenging the pride of these players. So defense starts with pride. Do you want to stop your man? Sometimes it's as simple as that. Beyond the schemes, if all 5 players are committed to stopping their men man-to-man, then it all begins with that.
So first off, this challenge was not successful, so Barangay Ginebra will get the basketball. And again, if you're Coach Bonitan, you want to tell your players, these guys have beaten us so many times already in the last couple of months. So you want to see some fight out of Northport against Barangay Ginebra.
And especially after the way they lost that semifinal series to Barangay Ginebra. I know Northport probably overachieved by getting to the semifinals because that is not a standing that is normal for them. But still, you got blown out by Barangay Ginebra in the 4 games that Ginebra won in that series. And you got to come back the next conference trying to get back from that loss.
And Japet Aguilar draws the foul here for Barangay Ginebra. Stops that 6-0 run for the Northport Batangas. Japet makes 2 free throws for Barangay Ginebra, lead back up to 23. Nava trying to leak out, read perfectly by Malonzo. And hope. Gotta go to Japet. Aguilar hands it off to Malonzo. Fires it to Scotty. Scotty stepping out of bounds. That's a turnover. Lucky break there for the Batangas. Lalo now bring the ball down for the Batangas. Navarro at 12 in the first half. Gio driving the middle. Gio over. Japet, no. Johnny to the corner. Malonzo patiently waiting for everybody. They go to Troy against William Navarro. That could be a foul against William Navarro. Again, you gotta love the Northport showing a bit more grit right now on defense.
But only 2 points so far for Ginebra in this quarter.
And playing with a bit more energy here is the Northport Batangas. Scotty against Alalon. Look at that great defense by Gio.
And Halalon has been instrumental for Northport in this third quarter. On Mubere,
Overcooked it. Halalon gets it. Out to Nava for three. Nava needs another triple.
What a good quarter so far. 3 minutes plus here for Gio Halalon.
Again, this is his first minutes here in this ball game.
Did not play the entire first half.
That looks short, is short by Scotty, but Japet tracks it down. Inside Scotty again. To Troy, easy play and finish. You can see the impact of a guy like Gio Halalon right now for the bottom camp. Attacking Scotty. Ooh, that's a turnover. And that's going to be might be a transition take foul. Let's see if they'll take a look at it. Looks like they won't. And it's going to be Barangay Ginebra basketball. Stephen Holt. Scotty Thompson hasn't scored much in this game. And Scotty and Gio, they've been facing each other for a long time now in their careers. Go to Troy. Scotty driving the middle. Side steps back to Japet. Easy jumper. Doesn't go. Navarro gets the rebound. Halalon pushing it. Gio. Floater. No. Munzon with the board. Get out. Munzon. Oh, it's wide open. Halalon instead shoots a three. Gio Halalon makes another triple.
Suddenly, it's just a 19-point game here.
First two games, but that assist is still there for the bus driver. But Gio Halalon here in this ball game, what a great start here to the third quarter.
Impact offensively. He's also a fulcrum here in the defensive end, defensive pressure, and then they almost force another turnover here. And this game is different now here in the third.
And again, they acted fast here in the third quarter, down by 20. Let's turn it over to Bell.
After being sidelined by Sciatica majority of last conference, Gio Halalon is no longer taking playing basketball for granted because when he looks back at his career, he considers sciatica worse than when he had to undergo surgery for his MCL because your back can easily betray you. Right when you think you're okay, it will hurt again. He admits some hesitation with spin moves, but with everything else, he is okay. And to stand out among the many guards at Northport, he's making it a point to help them settle down when things get too fast and chaotic, and that's what we have been seeing from him here in the third. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Bell. So, again, the effect of Gio Halalon here, the Northport team, they will need his leadership, trying to come back from 20 down. Look at that. That's, again, Halalon being a pest with Joshua Munzon. And they can cut it down under 20. Navarro sneaks in for the reverse.
Movement without the ball, and then when you're moving like that, a guy like Gio Halalon will find you.
And averaging 6 assists. The Philippine Cup. Just an 18-point game. Nava falls to the floor. Rosario tests him. Drives inside, Troy. Nobody near, and Munzon can grab the board, and Japet gets the basket plus the foul.
That's just unlucky on the part of Northport, but Barangay Ginebra, specifically Japet Aguilar, not giving up on that play, did not take for granted that Troy would already make this layup. Troy misses, and Japet is there, ready to pick up that garbage, and then it turns into goals.
And again, Jimmy Malonzo was the one who kept it away from Malonzo. But Ginebra gets a break here as Northport trying to make a run. Japet missing. Look at this. Malonzo timed it perfectly. Almost losing it. Scotty gets the basketball. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Big possession offensively here for Barangay Ginebra. Holt muscles his way through and in. A 4-point play for Barangay Ginebra. Alalan shoots over Scotty. Gion's on a roll.
And I'm sure he's relishing this chance to match up with a former league MVP in Scotty Thompson, trying to show that he is still a starter-worthy point guard in this.
Holt draws the foul. That's going to be the 5th foul in Northport. Barangay Ginebra still no fouls here in the 3rd quarter.
This was pretty much the story in the 2nd quarter as well. Ginebra not really fouling on the defensive end.
First free throw for Holt. He's been shooting the ball well in this ball game. 16 points right now for Holt. See Arvin Tolentino in street clothes on the bench of the Northport BAKA. The conference.
Of course, that's a big loss for today's game here. For Northport, I mean, coming off 2 straight losses here, they will really need their leader and their best player in Arvin.
And you can imagine a lineup with Gio Halalan, Munzon, Arvin Tolentino, William Navarro. Pretty potent here for the BAKA. William Navarro shows us the move.
Always been a very good ball handler for a guy his size.
16 right now for William Navarro. 3 doesn't go. Onmobere secures the board, and he gets fouled by Scotty. So if you're Northport, you were down so big earlier. Right now, 20 points doesn't seem that big if you're Northport BAKA. But in comes the guy who tormented Northport in the first half, RJ Barrientos, at 19 points and 7 assists, all in 1 half for Barangay Ginebra.
This was about the same time RJ checked in the first half, and he never stopped out the entire half because of his stellar play.
Look at that, Gio Halalan with another beautiful assist to Onmobere, and Northport playing like a confident team right now.
They're just different on the offensive end. With Halalan as the point of attack. Great defense here coming from Munzon.
And they're off and running. Munzon. That's a bad play. And it's going to be a 4-on-5, and Munzon just barrels into Munzon, to Malonzo. Bit too fancy there for Joshua Munzon.
And to make things worse here for Joshua, that's also his 4th personal foul.
And Malonzo was there for a long time waiting for that one. Barrientos.
And look at the big difference there with Halalan. He's going over the screen against RJ, which is the way you should play him. There's that offensive foul called on Munzon.
Japet against Onmobere. They go to RJ. Lines up the 3. RJ. Oh, he continues to be hot. Went the other way, and RJ
very wisely goes to the other side to take that open 3-pointer.
Munzon steps in. Behind the back. Navarro slams it over Japet Aguilar.
What a play coming from William Navarro here. Nice pass first coming from Munzon. So we're now seeing a very confident Northport team here in the 3rd quarter, and not a lot of players against Japet.
And he's calling a tip dunk. So hit the rim.
The important thing is,
And one.
he went strong to the basket.
And that's over Japet Aguilar. From Northport. Great answer here in the second half. But Navarro missing another free throw. 19-point game. Lots of time if you're the bottom pair to try and make this close. Alonzo. Inside to Troy. Good defense. That gets batted out. Oh, Navarro just throws it straight to Arzia Barrientos. Alonzo sidestep again. Ginebra makes the pay.
And again, we're seeing the explosiveness of Alonso slowly returning.
Actually, 21-point game. Again, Coach, a lot of those Northport turnovers, they're not taking advantage of these 4-and-1. Layup goes in finally for the Batang Pier.
This time they're the ones who forced the turnover, but Barangay Ginebra quickly attacking on the other end, and Japet is gonna finish that against Gio Halalan.
Nobody going down court there. All the bigs were on the other side. And Barangay Ginebra, again, the veteran team just taking advantage of all these miscues by the Batang Pier.
I mean, even when they make mistakes or make turnovers, Barangay Ginebra, there is always an answer from them in this game.
Free throw right now for Japet. 14-5 and 4 assists, made that 50 points for Japet Aguilar. Back up to the 22-point lead for Barangay Ginebra. Navarro, Gio Lalo heads to the bench for Paulo Taha. Let's see the offense of Northport when Gio is not on the floor. Miranda, out to Nava. Nava has made a couple of threes. That looks good. Too strong for Nava. Hip. Ends up with Malonzo. 90-68. Japet again. Using his size. Japet can't get the friendly roll. Battle for the board. And David comes away with it against two red shirts. Again, the miscues of Northport, coach, really doing them here in the third quarter.
And Ginebra is always quick to take advantage. one of the best minds, basketball minds here in the country.
And if you see his post, he spent the offseason between conferences
With Jimmy.
with
in
Jimmy in
yeah.
Sacramento for the Sacramento Kings. So again, learning from the best. These guys will be future head coaches here. As Ahad Misi tries to drop it off to Japa and overcooks it. Becate goes to Miranda, who just missed 2 free throws. Kid Torres up top and finishes. Still some time for Northport, if you're a Northport fan, to kind of make some headway here, headed to the 4th quarter. You don't want to be down 20 in the 4th as Barrientos want to pass to Hadmisi. Mavs is going to take advantage. Battle for the board. Look who's there. Jason David.
And he's done that 2 times already in this 3rd quarter. Giving extra possessions here to Barangay Ginebra.
8 points for Jason David along with 3 boards. That's a tip away by Malonzo as we see the cheer from the crowd as Raymond Aguilar coming in for the Jade King. For the other Aguilar, for Japet Aguilar. To the delight of the Barangay Ginebra crowd.
I really gotta admire Aguilar. There were conferences when Ginebra is undermanned and he is pressed for extra duties, but he always responds.
Yeah, I'm in the boat, coach, that you always need to have a vet like Raymond Aguilar on any kind of team. As Malonzo almost loses it. Aguilar couldn't catch it. Montobana thought about it, drives inside, finishes to the layup. It's the role, coach, that a lot of people call that Adonis Haslam role that he had with the Mayagi. You don't play a lot, but your voice.
Yep.
That's what Barangay Ginebra says. The voice of Raymond Aguilar, the presence. It's a big deal for this Barangay Ginebra team. Anisi loses the balance. Reverse layup. Look at David getting another possession inside. Gets to the goal. He's in double figures.
And he is just outworking this Northport front line.
David has 10 points and 4 rebounds. What a player off the bench here. Miranda. No. Battle for the board. Ends up with Becate on Muberes. Steps back. Shoots a 3. This is it at the buzzer. As Barangay Ginebra maintains their huge lead as they put up 95 points at the they did do in the previous game against the San Miguel Beermen. Right now, they're sitting at 26 assists in 3 quarters as Northport really in a world of trouble right now. But Jamie Malonzo looking like the Jamie Malonzo already with a monster double-double of 14 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 steals here in this ball game. That's our PBA game summary. And start the 4th from Jason David.
He's going to be in the end game somebody the way he's playing right now, Jason David.
Meanwhile, for Northport, Paulo Naha missed a three. So Northport won the third quarter by 4 points, but that's not enough to make even a slight dent to this massive Barangay Nebra lead at the half. 22-point game. RJ. This was quiet offensively for the third quarter. What a pass by David! And a miss by Aguilar. Kid Flores pushing it. On Mulbere. Attack on Mulbere with a finish. BC bringing the ball down. It's a 20-point game. Go to RJ. Back to Admisi. Raymond Aguilar. Oh, turns the ball over. Miranda. Taha. Taha inside. He gets fouled. Again, another good start here for Northport to start another quarter.
But the energy is definitely better for them here in the second half. They were definitely challenged by Coach Bonitan.
Paulo Taha will shoot two. Taha started the game, only has 3 points in this one. That free throw, so 4 straight points for Paulo Taha makes it a 19-point game. The closest they've been so far is 18 here in the second half. And still not all is lost here for Northport. If you string a couple of shots here,
There's still a lot of time. There's still a lot of time. But again, you have to put in the work on the offensive end.
Missing.
On the defensive end.
There's another foul, loose ball foul against Barangay Nebra. Troy Rosario gets called for the foul. First foul of Troy Rosario. 19-point game. Miranda getting a lot of burn here for the Batang Pier. Quecate gets the ball. Quecate, 1 out of 7 from the field. Not a good shooting night for him. Paulo Taha reverse finds the way. That's a 3-point play in totality for Northport.
And Coach Tim Cone does not want
thought about this earlier, Coach. The hesitation of RJ Abarientos just gets everybody to bite, and that leaves the lane wide open for RJ.
He's not a very guard, but he can penetrate because number one, you have to side shot, and number two, that hesitation move that he has.
David from the corner, drives inside, drops it off, again, saves it David, making an effect. Gio turns the ball over, and who is there on defense? That's David one more time. Rosario busting his way inside, gets blocked, but there's a foul on Halalo. So Rosario will head to the free throw line. Actually, now we have more reports here on the floor. Let's turn it over back to Bell. Bell?
3 games in this conference, Troy Rosario still doesn't think he's 100% healthy. As you can remember, he was nursing a right ankle sprain throughout the finals, and while he's feeling relatively better, he is still scheduled for an MRI tomorrow, just for peace of mind. Troy admits he still hesitates when he is under the basket, and he is yet to get his stability back because of the risk of stepping on other players' feet. That's why the ideal role for Troy is to be at the post and be dependable when crashing the board. Back to you, gentlemen.
For that, as Northport turns it over, and again, the activity of Jason David right now being a menace on the defensive end for Barangay Ginebra.
He has been a huge factor here because he is playing hard.
Years old, both boys and girls download and fill out the Batang PBA registration form available at www.pba.ph or scan the QR code on your screen. All you have to do is submit two pieces of your 2x2 recent photos, original PSA birth certificate or passport, and current school ID at the PBA office in Libis, Quezon City. Joining fee is 5,000 per head. And please call 0284702768, local 264. Look for Mr. Sell, Miss Isabel, Miss Hazel Joy, or Mr. Neil. At ako join Batang PBA. I'm gonna submit, Coach. Maybe tomorrow. May Batang PBA registration. I still have not so recent pictures up 2x2 from your Batang PBA day. No. 109-84 is our score on Rosario. Scotty, Marge Pinto. Good this time shoots a 3, and he makes it, and this lead is ballooned back up to 28.
Always been an excellent spot-up shooter, Ralph Fu. That's really his role.
Yolano, nice pass inside Navarro, and he gets fouled.
Alalon continues to be a positive force here coming from Northport. There's that extra pass by Scotty, giving it to an open shooter.
Navarro makes the first free throw. So Northport, again, might be a little too late right now. So this is such a huge lead by Barangay Ginebra, but you got to see the positives here. Look at Jason David. Still, again, proving everyone that he's deserving of all this playing time for Barangay Ginebra. David has been perfect from the field. 4 out of 4 from the field so far. Makes that 5 out of 5. 15 points for Jason David, along with 5 rebounds and 2 assists.
And that's the second three-pointer from him. You know, when you have a guy like David, he may be in the fringes of the rotation here for Coach Timko. And you play hard like this, you will get yourself some playing time in the next few games.
Giolalo all the way, they'll let it go. Points for Giolalo. Again, Giolalo, 11 points, all here in the second half. Gotti has had a quiet game offensively. They haven't needed a scoring here in this one. They go out to cool. Pinto. David shoots a 3. It's his night! 18 points for Jason David.
RJ Barrientos who?
RJ has 27 of his own. It's going to be tough to whoever picks the best player of the game because RJ has had a night as well, and David gets another board.
This guy has, in limited minutes, he has gotten the job done
16
here.
minutes, coach.
Yep.
That's limited minutes for Jason David, and he's at 18. They want to go back to David. He's 3 down low and cool. Wow, the 3-point shooting of Barangay Ginebra in full effect right now.
This is becoming infectious here for Ginebra.
Maybe I'll make a 3 later on, coach. Nava has got a good shooting night. Makes another one. Again, solid shooter. Nava for the North. Look at that, almost a double-double for Jason David.
18.8 boards in what, 16, 17 minutes only for Jason David. And then the hustle, the energy, the defensive presence that he has provided in this game has been terrific.
These are the things that you dream about as a basketball player. Getting that opportunity to play extended minutes and having a game like this. You can call it almost a perfect game for Jason David. He hasn't missed a couple of turnovers here and there, but wow, what a game for Jason David. Even Northport players are acknowledging how well he's playing right now.
And Coach Tim has emptied the bench here for Barangay Ginebra with, I think everyone has played now with Juan Pesamal in together with Aljon Mariano. I mean, these two are veterans that were relied upon heavily in past seasons for Barangay Ginebra.
Aljon Mariano getting it back to David. David driving against William Navarro. Nice cross-court pass. Step in by North Pinto. That is good. North Pinto gets his first points of the game. David gets his third assist. Cross-court to Molinadi. Catch and shoot. Round 2 secures a rebound. Pinto, nice pass to Mariano. That's going to be a foul on Mobere.
Former teammate.
A little love tap by Aljon Mariano after on Sydney. Okay, Flores will come in for William Navarro. Navarro will end up with 19 points so far, along with 7 rebounds. Sammy Gustapa, who started this game, coming in for Simeon Mobere. Gio Lalon stays on for Northport. Narcito hit that shot earlier. Mariano shoots a three. Short. Rebound by Gio. They want to go down to Dami Contapay. No. Lalon. Cross court. Nava. Nava's had a great shooting night here for the Northport BAKA. And looking at Northport, they'll probably reach 100 points here. So that's huge. That's good for them. But for the second straight game, they gave up 120 and 120 now 123. So this could be a 130 game for Barangay Ginebra. Nava, 12 points, 4 3-pointers, 4 out of 5 for Nava. Montesumal. No, rebound by Flores. Gio puts up a three. That misses. Battle for the board ends up with David. That should be the 9th rebound by David, so he's one away from a double-double. Roscoe, a great passer. Gets it to Narcito, shoots a three. Narcito, no. Rebound by Vaughn. Besumal can't get the foul call. Rebound by Dami Contapay. Nava. Gio Lalon kicks it out. Contapay shoots a three. That's his game. He hit a three. He is really a stretch big. Very effective in situations where you need. 123-96. Almost down to the last 2 minutes of this ball game. David hands it off. Nards kicks it out. David one more time. And look at that smile. A big smile coming from Jason David. What a game. When you're playing hard, you deserve to make all those baskets. Let's crown him. He's going to be the best player of this one. Despite the 27 and 8 assists of RJ Barrientos. I don't think there will be an argument from RJ if you give it to Jason David. What a game by Jason David. Come on, look at these two. RJ Barrientos, they're saying he's 6 from 7 from the three-point arc. Jason David is 4 out of 4. So those two have only missed one three-pointer. And we have to check even if RJ missed that 1-3. I thought it was a 2 though. I thought it was a 2 as well. David inside, nice make. Gets another one. A game for the ages right now for Jason David. A guy battling for playing time like Jason David. There's no such thing as a garbage time. All this precious. You need to earn the trust of Coach Tim Cone if you want to be playing minutes for this loaded Ginebra team. Kate Flores all the way. Couple of points here for Kate Flores. As we're down to the last minute and 15 seconds of this ball game. The only thing I'm waiting for is Jason David to get one more rebound. To have his double-double. He's at 9 rebounds. Mariano driving inside. Aldo Mariano draws the foul on Dami Contapay. And that's going to be 2 shots for Mariano. Aldo Mariano showing the footwork once again. 19 minutes, 21 points, 9 rebounds, only 1 missed free throw. And now 7 out of 7 from the field. 3 assists. So, yep, 7 out of 7 from the field. 4 out of 4 from the three-point arc. That should earn him some minutes here in the rotation of Coach Tim. How about having a game for yourself? By the way, off the bench for Northport on their side, bright spot here, Gio Lalon. All in the second half, 16 minutes, 11 points and 9 assists for Gio Lalon. Ulanadi can't shoot. Rebound by Mariano. Jason David. I will pass the ball, coach. I don't want to mess up my 7 out of 7. No, I'm just kidding. Look at that. That's a turnover by Ko, but there's going to be a foul first. And he's going to go to the line. Nava pushes off of Jason David, so he will go to the free throw line for 2 more. For a chance. He's at 8 out of 8, sorry, 23 points.
And a chance to get to 25 here for Jason David.
Sabi kasi na, RJ27, I'm gonna get there. He's 4 points away. And David makes the first one. He's at 24 points.
But we want him to get another rebound.
Yep.
To cap off his night with a double-double.
He's gonna have a good night's sleep tonight, Coach. Jason David.
But before sleeping, he deserves a nice meal.
Have yourself a game, Jason David. Aim at Nava. Great shot once again. 14 points for Nava. Last 30 seconds of this one. Juan Pesumal. They go to Cool. Backdoor cut. David. A top. Oh! This is only miss of the game. And it is the easiest shot. Almost gets to steal a pag with that, Coach. Tired legs here. He hasn't sat down for most of the second half. He's been playing the entire way. And that's a big by Case Flores.
That should do it. So Northport will drop their third straight game, where Barangay Ginebra gets back on track after losing to San Miguel.
And what a showcase here by Barangay Ginebra. So many players contributing to the side of the Gin Pigs. Top it all along, Jason David.